Yes, we are. Welcome, Gearheads, to the 113th Lugnutz Podcast.
Welcome, Lugnutz. Chevy Z06. That's one great tailgate. Dodge, the E-Muscle. Pulsar 3 and 4 news. Pulsar news on the actual car. Believe it or not.
Play on Battanga. Drive on Lugnutz.
We want you to drive on over here to facebook.com/Lugnutz Podcast, and that's where you're going to find us going live every single Sunday when there's news. And we also want you to pop right over here to pjandwh.com, where you're going to find all of our great Luggy and Nutty podcasts, just like Walljanger Gaming, going streaming, Monday through Sunday this week.
Sometimes.
When occasionally available. But we want you to contact the team. Let us know if you have an event or a Luggy and Nutty ride that you want us to talk about or promote. Do you want us to go live? We go live all the time, not just in the studio, but live in person. So contacting the team, best way to make it happen. Like this first story.
This first story, we have the 2023 Chevy Corvette Z06. Z06 has 670 horsepower, flat plane crank V8, revs at 8,600 RPM, starting at $106,395, 20 whole thousand more than last year.
Only 20?
Orders open July 28th. Get them while they last. Max Performance Package adds the FE7 suspension tuning, carbon ceramic brakes, Michelin Pilot Cup 2R ZP tires, and underbody strakes.
Okay.
Whatever the hell that is.
It's probably important.
Sounds important, but if you want Z07 upgrades, you'll also have to get the carbon fiber aero package for an extra $8,495 with carbon flash painted components. That doesn't sound like something.
Carbon painted flash components? Carbon painted just sounds dirty. You're not really carbon fiber. You're just kind of pretending to be.
Well, carbon fiber wheels available if you want to save 41 pounds. Fully loaded, it goes over 160 grand. It's a lot of money.
Do you think it's just cheaper to make that fake carbon fiber, or
Well,
is
they
it
paint
just
it on.
about the same?
I don't know.
If they paint it on,
It's probably
it's
paint,
just,
so
just
it's
for the
probably
look.
cheaper.
Unfortunately.
Well, someone's got to charge us, just like this next story. GM plans on charging us all, but not in a bad way.
Okay.
GM is setting up a network of EV fast charging in partnership with Pilot Co. They do rest stops.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I was thinking piloting. That's
2,000
obviously wrong.
fast charging points at 500 pilot locations along American highways at intervals of 50 miles.
Okay.
Operation by 2023. That's pretty quick.
Yeah, very quick.
They're going to help with range anxiety and to help with the surging demand of electric. Charging up to 350 kilowatts.
Range anxiety. That's what you're calling just this new technology that can't last as long as a car.
Been around a while.
Range anxiety. Well, I
The
guess
Bolt-
any kind of
The Bolt for
range.
a while had a different type of anxiety. Parking anxiety. Will it be there when I come back?
This model doesn't have as much fire anxiety.
Yeah, no fire anxiety.
You know what I mean? Like, just going to slap a general anxiety label on that?
Sure, why not? Well, this is a fantastic thing. They're going to set charging points up. You know, someone has to do it. So
it's a good idea.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's money there somewhere.
Well, that's how you're going to get all the monies if you're the first person to strike that iron.
Yes. Well, if you'd like all the monies, you might like Mazda's Tailgate. So apparently, Mazda has solved a gate problem.
Okay. Is
A
it
tailgate
Stargate?
problem. Apparently, their tailgate is insanely slow.
Okay.
So they
A lot of them are.
come up with a solution. 2-speed motor.
Okay.
They're going to add a 2-speed motor for closing the trunk. It'll have a average open and close speed of 11.8 to 15.7 inches per second, or a monstrous 17.7 to 21.6 inches per second. 50% quicker.
Okay.
And they've improved the detection system, so you're not going to get your arm clobbered as much.
Well, I mean, even with the detection system that is in place, it's like, you know, a firm Asgardian handshake.
But it's nice to know they're improving it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Always
you
making
really won't get your arm clamped now, but they're making it quicker. I feel like they should have that extra safeguard of, look, I know we made it quicker, but we also made it double safe that it's not going to clamp your arm.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's a nice sales pitch.
Okay. Sure.
Well,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
the crown of this next story.
Mm-hmm.
We have this photo of the Crown, Japanese Crown car. The Toyota's flagship in Japan is coming around the world and right here to the U.S. This is the 16th generation. It will be available with hybrid. They're aiming for 200,000 vehicles globally. In Japan, it starts at the equivalent of $31K.
Thank you. I'm wondering how it all kind of maxes out, you know, like how this works for this for Toyota. Like, where is it in the hierarchy?
It's the top.
Okay, so you have
The Crown. It's their
Crown.
flagship.
So you have Crown,
in
Lexus,
Japan. This is
and
the
Toyota.
best. This is the best. This is the flagship car for.
Because I always thought, like, all right, if they've had Crown, then Lexus was just kind of that runoff for the U.S. Like, we're going to make it a little bit better than a Toyota. But it's still kind of luxury for you guys.
They're calling it a Toyota Crown. I don't know what you're asking, but I don't think this has anything to do with it. I think they're going to call it the Toyota Crown.
So just a brand
It's a-
line.
Toyota, I guess. Yeah. It's the flagship. Their best that they've kept for themselves, and we weren't allowed to have up until now. Get yourself a Crown.
I see where I misunderstood. This is just one model. There was like 5 or 4 of them here. So
You should
this is just
recognize
the same car.
You should recognize the other their existing cars you can buy.
There you go. That's what we got.
What else we got is this next story.
A lot of editing in
We're
my
gonna-
future.
We're gonna let's see what picture pops up at CNN. It could be anything.
No whammy. Stop. Internet's been slowed.
Hold on.
Give it a minute.
Is it the photo or is it an ad? Now, don't play the video.
No.
It's
Is
the
it close?
right car.
It is the right car.
It's the right car. Good job, CNN. You got the right car.
Yeah.
We don't applaud other news agencies when they get it right. You know, 3 out of 4 times they do get it wrong.
You did your job right.
Yeah,
Woo!
good job. Anyway, we've talked about this before. It's come back to haunt us again. The BMW subscription for $12 a month. If you are in the land of Britain, you're going to have to pay $12 a month for the heated seat.
Really feeling
They
the love of the
they
land
tried
of
it
free.
in South Korea, but It didn't fly, apparently, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry,
Really?
that was a typo.
Really?
Really?
It didn't
Typo.
fly.
Didn't fly.
Didn't fly there, huh?
They have, BMW has stated, even though the heating element is in the car, you cannot turn it on. You can't do it. There's no way you can do it.
Let me call a buddy, and we can get that turned on.
Yeah, I know a guy.
I know a guy. I can help you out with that. Yeah, you got to pay for that subscription. Stinky got a garage.
Stinky in North Jersey knows someone.
Stinky got a garage. He's going to hook you up.
Yeah, totally. You know what? In my Volkswagen, the heated seat broke. I just didn't care. I'm like, I don't want to go in there to those crooks.
Cherish my heated seat. It would break my heart if that broke.
Yeah. I always kind of felt ripped off when I went to that Volkswagen dealer.
In the summertime, you can lower the window, drive fast. In the wintertime, what are you going to do? Wear a blanket?
No, it's just the heated seat. You have heat.
Yeah, some people are broke, so their heater core is already messed up. So, heated seat is the last
BMW,
defense.
they thought about that. But what you might want to think of is this next story. You don't want to dodge. You don't want to dodge this one. We have this one rendering here for the new Dodge E-Muscle. The late 60s, early 70s triangular Fratazog?
Fratazog, go!
Yes, the Fratazog logo is returning for their all-electric. This is an all-wheel drive, all-electric, 2 motors, with each motor producing 443 horsepower. So it could have 900 horsepower, or they may have 4 motors in each.
You never know.
You never know. Battery pack is for the STLA large range 101 to 118 kilowatt hours size, up to 500 miles of driving range.
That's not bad.
Probably not at max, I'm thinking.
I mean, that's under ideal
Does driving
conditions.
an electric car faster drain the battery quicker? I would think it does. Just like a car, right?
Yeah, because you're using more of the motor. You're using more electricity. But, I mean, that's probably ideal driving conditions. The best we got, 500 on average. Because you got to figure that's a lot of testing.
That is. That's, that's the range we're looking at. 500 is a reasonable range.
That's great.
Yeah.
I wish I could get 500 out of my TL. You know what I mean?
And it looks great.
I mean, even if it takes a while to charge, you're getting 500 miles.
Yeah.
If you're not a trigger-happy lead
Depends on how fast you take it off the line.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get 500 miles.
Look, we saw a Tesla roll out slower than a 68 Chevelle.
It's all about the driver.
It's all about
just
the driver.
Because in the future, cars will be able to go 0 to 100 in less than a second, doesn't mean they're going to go that fast. They're going to take off just as slow, and traffic is still going to be traffic. But in this next story, we're going to get all teased.
Everybody wants to think the future is going to be great, but it's still going to be the same slow-ass drivers.
Yeah.
What's Lotus doing?
This is a picture that we believe is a Lotus Type 72 or perhaps a 48.
Okay.
Can't really tell.
I thought it was a speaker.
No,
This is like Dre's new speaker that's going to hook onto your TV or some shit. That's very dark.
This is a Lotus. Lotus has created a new division called a Lotus Advanced Performance Lap. Kind of a stupid acronym. Lap?
Well, I mean,
Lotus Lap.
I can't say I wouldn't think of that as a punny retort. Like, what do we call this? Lap.
Aimed at creating bespoke cars and experiments for its customers. There's 4 main streams. One is the Emira as a GT4 dedicated track machine. Next is motorsport focus on the Type D car. They did mention the proposal for the electric GT series with the FIA might cook up, so that might have something to do with that part as well. Performance parts for existing platforms, that's important, and resto mod style cars with newer mechanics, but they will be very limited quantities.
Well, I mean, they're putting that thought into motorsports, you know, so it's hard to argue with that. You know, you got the idea, might as well just drive with it.
Absolutely. So they got big things cooking for them.
Absolutely. I hope the best for them. A lot like this next story.
I don't do a lot of reporting on Pulsar.
No.
Because when you look them up in the news, you get a lot of stock information. What their stock's doing. What's the next quarter of stock? You know, I'm not a stock show. I just deal with cars like these two. The Pulsar 3 and 4, we have images and upcoming prices for the models. And it's some news on a vehicle, so I grabbed it.
I'll just put my Baron Bull Market material over to the side.
Pulsar 3 will start around about 75,000. They expect to sell 2,400 Pulsar 3s
Good luck with
worldwide.
Okay.
It's a very small company.
Yeah, all right. That's
Very
an obtainable
small.
goal. 75,000. Where in the world? Like, all right.
They have a photo of the whole lineup below with all the cars. Pulsar 4 aims to compete with the Porsche Macan. So that's the whole lineup. Not a bad lineup if you can, if you know where to find them.
I wish I knew what that one looked like. It has a bed sheet over it.
Yeah, it's probably the 4. They don't have a lot of information.
That's why they had a bed sheet over it. They couldn't tell anything.
It's actually the one to the
That one?
no, it is a different one because the tail light is different.
Well, yeah,
It's
it's
a bit
higher.
thicker.
It's higher than either of those, but I
It's
don't
a
know.
crossover.
Yeah, I get that kind of like ZDX feel.
Yeah, I was looking at crossovers the other day. They're really ugly.
Oh my god,
They're
all of them.
hideous.
They're like inbred children. Oh my god. Ugh.
Let's talk about France.
I thought we were avoiding inbred children.
No, it's just France.
Oh,
Do not play the video. Yeah, this photo's fine. Or hey, there's many photos of this one on Citroen C4X. That's half sedan, half crossover. Let's see what it looks like.
hang on, because it's gonna go into the bubble. Can I hit the button without the sidebar? There we go. Okay, this is why this is posted up later. No, really? Okay, we'll just go to look at this next view of it.
Citroen C4X, half sedan, half crossover. Kind of looks all crossover to me. Looks like a Subaru. They stole a Subaru.
bit.
That's what it looks like to me. 181 inches long, built on a Stellantis platform. So what you got here is a Peugeot 208 or an Opal Mokka. Mokka? Opal Mokka.
A Pak Mokka.
In an
Opal
Opal
Yard.
Mokka. 10-inch infotainment screen, turbo diesel 4-cylinder, tuned tractor engine, 130 horsepower, bolted to an 8-speed automatic transmission.
I don't mind the look of it though.
Or you could have a 1.2-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder gas-powered unit that offers 100 or 130 horsepower. That's not bad.
130. Ugh,
You're not going anywhere very quickly.
What are you walking?
But you live in the city. You don't drive very fast. You don't need to go
35.
Very fast. You're
You don't-
French.
You don't
support
get on the highway.
whatever the French
You know?
do.
Yeah. You just go into the wine store and back. You're not
They
going
will.
far.
They will be making an all-electric version that'll have 136 horsepower and 224-mile range. I bet you it'll be just like the Peugeot 208 or the Opal Mokka.
That is a very specific picture of the seat.
Yes, this is where your upper back will go. In some people, in others, your head or
That's it. Nah,
your
it's the
ass if
interior.
you sit upside down.
Okay.
I
And then the
suppose.
corner. Somebody will sit in that corner.
Once. For anything like my car, someone will sit there once.
And then you got your flip down top to where that will stay down for like 5 years until the next person gets in there.
Yeah. Or until you got to put something in the trunk. You're like, uh-oh,
It's
it
a nice
doesn't
flip
fit.
down. Look, they got the cup holder there. You know, they're thinking about the person in the back. Not a lot of people do. That is a nice little nod.
Nice third split.
Why?
Heads up display.
Most people just beam it off the windshield. But, all right.
Yeah, that's their thing, and they do what they want to do. But I can tell you, you might want to go over to our website. We'd love to hear from you.
Bam, right here at the Contact Us page.
Or you can go to the Facebook. What is it? Lugnutz Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook.com/Lugnutz Podcast, where you're going to find all of our Luggy and Nighty content going live and then going up later on the page. Just like last week's podcast, it's going to pop up there with the promo shortly after this podcast. So we always want you to hop on over here. Contact the team is the main way that you will get us because it's a Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers Media Network presentation. And it does not matter if you drive a Citroen or a Lotus. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Drive on! That's enough out of here.
Doesn't matter if you drive a Peugeot 208 or a Opal Mokka or a C4X. It's literally the same thing. Which interior do you like best?
Opal Mokka kind of sounds like it's something that you'd order from Starbucks. Excuse me, Opal Mokka Frappuccino?
I guess it's Mokka. Mokka, right?
Yeah.
Mokka.
Mokka.
Only comes in white. Sorry, mocha flavor. Mocha color not available. Isn't that ironic? Only comes in white and dark blue and plaid.
Drive on Lugnutz.
We'll see you next week, gang. Drive on. Bye-bye.
Drive on Lugnutz.